is here.
It's a blast from the past.
The Indian anthem is here.
Let the dancing begin.
नजारे अपनी मस्तियाँ लुटा लुटा के सो गई सितारे अपनी रोशनी लुटा लुटा के सो गई हर एक शम्मा चल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे तड़प रहे हैं हम यहाँ तड़प रहे हैं हम यहाँ तुम्हारे इंतजार में तुम्हारे इंतजार में खिजा का रंग आ चला है मौसमे बहार में खिजा का रंग आ चला है मौसमे बहार में मौसमे बहार में जहाँ की रुख बदल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे सुहानी रात ढल चुकी ना जाने तुम कब आओगे
The color of light is black. It is a canvas waiting for the light to shine on it. Light your purpose there and you will see it shine the brightest. This is Get Real with Shameeza, and I'm your hostess, Shameeza Ali. Salam, namaste, and good evening to everyone joining us on Facebook, YouTube, Island Zone Radio, and on NTN Channel 69 in Georgetown, Guyana. Tonight, we will speak to some talented and remarkable individuals. But first, here is a message from our sponsors.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor-trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
He is an award winning film and music producer, writer, director, radio, and television personality. In his book, Kiss and Breathe, Only the Broken Ones Will Rise, he proves to be a truly intriguing storyteller and weave a tale of family, legacy, identity, street smarts, and hard work. Please welcome Mr. Rohit Jagessar.
Thank you. Thank you, Shameeza. Good evening, everyone. Nice being here.
Pleasure having you here this
Thank
evening,
you.
and truly, truly a blessing to have you here. I've read the book, and I have to tell you, this is a book that every household should have. And I know
Thank
we
you.
spoke earlier, but it's one of those books that I couldn't put down at all. I had it in my hands and I just keep reading and I wanted to know more. And it's one of those things. And I am thankful that, we're able to have you here tonight and have you talk to us and tell us, walk us through your journey, because it's an interesting journey that I am honored to have you have a part. Like, I hope one day if you write another book, you'll probably talk about being here on the show. But tonight, it's all about you. And thank you so much for being here.
You're
I
quite
will
welcome. Pleasure.
take a few, parts of the books that I will read parts that I thought was just simply amazing. And from that, I'll just, ask you a few questions if that's okay with you.
Okay. Yes, that's
So in
fine.
chapter 3, in the darkest of night, there is light somewhere in the world. There is always light somewhere within you. Then here it says, I walked over to her, and it was then that I felt it, a sensation as if part of my consciousness had awoken. Immediately, I knew Buri was telling me, and that something big was about to happen. That an event was about to take place. And for this event to be successful, she needed to be alone.
Mhm.
Buri, right?
My cow.
Your
Yeah.
cow. Buri, your cow. Um, wow. You were 10 years old at this point, right?
Right. Yes.
And you just knew at that moment Buri was trying to tell you something.
Yes, it's connectivity. And I'm glad you read it the manner in which you did in that order, because you have picked up the rhythm of it correctly. And that is, there is light somewhere in the world.
Yes.
What is that light, and how is it relative to our thoughts? But more importantly, how is it relative to the environment in which we are placed? I grew up in Blackbush Boulder from age 2 or 3 to 14. Then I came to America, and the connectivity with the things of Blackbush Boulder. And this is what I would like to tell to the younger generation, especially on your program, that be mindful of your environment. You are placed in environments for purpose. Find that purpose. Don't run from that environment. And growing up as a farmer, you learn to cultivate things, and you become connected to these natural things of life, to the plants, to the trees, to the animals. And I knew my cow was about to give birth
Yes.
because of that awareness, that consciousness, that connectivity with nature, that frequency spoke to me.
Hmm. Now I don't know too many 10-year-olds who will just know
Well,
that.
let's talk about that. That's very interesting that you mentioned that. 9 months in mother's womb, you're not a year old yet. Am I right?
That's correct.
Did you make it out safely?
I hope so.
You did, right? You
I
did.
did.
So if you could survive that and have awareness in those 9 months all alone, 10 years is a long time
Hmm.
to carry through that consciousness. In Ayurveda, we look at two things. One is what's the state of the being at the time of conception, and what is the state of the being now in this present state of life, let's say, for instance, 2022. And if you're in a different state than the state you were conceived, then you are not the same person. And that's the point to confusion. It starts right there. You have to get back to the beginning. You have to maintain that connectivity, that beginning. From the time you're conceived, what was your energy balance? In Ayurveda, they call it the three main energies, right? Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. These are the three energies. So when we are in mom's womb, we are developing these energies and we become someone. And when we are born, we start to see different things now. The neighbors shouting at each other, the energy starts to shift and we become part of everything else. So it's
Wow.
important, Shameeza, to go back to your question and your statement. It's important to be mindful not to leave your foundation, but to grow your foundation. Not to leave your foundation, but to grow your foundation. Stay yourself and evolve within yourself, within that light that shines within you.
Do you think our environment, whether it's Guyana or here in the US, allows us to stay true to who we are? Or do you think our surroundings make us go off,
The
you know?
question is, are we allowing our environment sufficient time and space and patience to realize its bounties?
Wow. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I think I'm having one of those moments here. Uh, so, if we may continue in chapter 8, in the state of observation, burdens are shed and there are no consequences to bear.
To bear.
In the spring of 1978, my family moved into our own apartment in Richmond Hill. My brother Prakash, who used to talk about serving his great country, had joined the US Army. My sister Betty was in seventh grade, and I was in my junior year of high school. You speak of
Yes.
Richmond Hill, 1978. What was Richmond
Yes.
Hill like back then?
I arrived in Richmond Hill in 1976.
Right, this okay.
Yes. And in 1978, you're right, we moved into our own place. You're correct, our own apartment. That was 46 years ago in 1976. And when I arrived in Richmond Hill, I was coming on 16 years old. And there were very few Indo-Caribbeans living in Richmond Hill in 1976. To give you an idea what Richmond Hill was in 1976, a house was $35,000 to $60,000. To give you an idea, I think you have an idea now. So
Okay.
let's move it forward now.
Yes.
And what I saw, what I observed, as you spoke of the state of observation, I observed in 1976 that everyone is busy running up the stairs of the subways in the morning, getting to work, and in the evening running down the stairs, getting home. It was the first real chance our people had at life. We had a long history of indentureship, of slavery, dictatorship back home. And this was our first real chance. And they were not letting it go, and rightfully so. They were holding it with both hands. They were working hard, and they were saving up to buy that house and to live the American dream. So they were busy. But I saw something that one of us should be thinking.
What was
And
that?
one of us should be thinking. We all cannot be running up the subway steps. one of us must be thinking that after you have the home and you have the money, there's a vacuum left. You don't have your heritage any longer. Your foundation that we spoke of, you don't have that any longer. And I'm sure today many are realizing that we missed a big part of it. However, at that time I thought, let me have part-time work so I can focus on heritage, in developing a heritage for our people in Richmond Hill, Queens. Between 1976 and 1979, I identified three things that could help us. Number one, in our music is our heritage. So there must be music. So I must produce music and distribute music in Richmond Hill. Number two, we need a voice. That's most important thing of a community, is to have a voice. And we didn't have a voice then. And one of the best ways to have a voice and meaningful way is to have a radio station where others could say, oh, the Indo-Caribbeans, the Indian community, they are established. They have their own radio station. You have heard that kind of talk before.
Of course.
So a radio station validates your identity in a country. And that was very important. And having a newspaper and telling the story of our people to the younger generation by way of making a film about our work as indentured servants coming up to the time of independence in Guyana.
Wow.
So I set out to do those things. That I made those things my goals.
Those were your
And
goals.
those were my goals, to develop heritage and create a hub, an Indo-Caribbean hub in Richmond Hill, a hub that's representative in the world, that this is the nest of Indo-Caribbeans.
Wow. Chapter 15. Belief is uncertain. It changes in accordance with the facts placed in front of us. Purpose is certain. Belief is the branch of the tree, while purpose is its root. Branches will grow, evolve, then fall off, but not the root. It remains planted. You said the mistrust which divides the political, cultural, and economic strata within the Caribbean nations also divides its music. I knew if I were to successfully market and distribute Indo Caribbean music in the United States and Canada, I will have to bridge those barriers of mistrust. These barriers went back a long time in history. Do you
1838.
feel today that those bridges, you have bridged those barriers as of today? Is there still a division?
There still is. There still is. And that mistrust is still there. And at times it's less impactful. But I must say that who is looking at it and how it's being looked upon, that's the key. I don't see it, I'll be honest with you. I do not see it because I do not look at it that way. I look at it at individuals, not a group. I look at individuals, and eventually individuals will form a group. And not because someone says something means that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They are influenced to say things.
Right.
And understanding is important. To understand where that individual is sitting or standing is important. What is causing this individual to take sides? So we should not point fingers only, look how he is or she is, but we must understand what makes him or her act in certain ways. So understanding is an important part of it.
I agree. And there are many lessons learned in this book. And with everything that you say, there is something that that whatever you're saying, there is a lesson to be learned, and I'm learning as this session is going along, and you're speaking to me. I'm listening, and there is something to take out of what you're saying, something important to all of us. Uh, we'll move on to chapter 44. You are a reflection of your inspiration. Very important chapter. And it says, fueled by complete faith and belief that I could create an Indo-Caribbean music industry that all will share in the music, it was time for me to return to my home for the tour of Guyana.
Very special
Wow.
time. Mhm.
You've done some amazing things, and you're going back. You speak of creating an Indo-Caribbean music industry. What was the urge or purpose behind this? And I think you kind of answered it a little bit earlier, but just your words of why do you think you so badly wanted that? You said you set out on that purpose. What is it that you saw there that you felt the need to make sure that we had music?
You see, at that time in 1970s, we had very few artists recording Indo-Caribbean music. And I felt that if they are paid more money, they'll be more encouraged to spend more time recording our music and composing and writing. And I felt if it's an industry, money can be generated, and therefore the artists can get better pay, and they can spend more time cultivating their music. And that could, if we create an industry, we could have better leverage for brand companies to come in and have sponsorships to grow it into infancy stage of Indo-Caribbean music. When I started was $7,500 in New York. That was the
Wow.
scale of Indian entertainment in New York. Indo-Caribbean entertainment was $7,500 gross when I started. And I grew it to over $100,000 in a short time and created it into $1 million industry where
Wow.
artists like Kanchan could earn $50,000 on a tour, $60,000 on a tour, where tickets can sell $500,000 on a tour, $1 million on a tour. So it
And
was needed.
this was happening in the late 70s, 80s, right?
80, this
This
is the
is what
turn of
you
the 80s now. Yes.
and there was nothing quite like this out there for us Caribbean people at the moment.
Well, the shows that were happening before this was about 25 or 50 people getting together and having a show. You cannot build an industry that way.
Right.
A few short years after that, I did 2 shows in Madison Square Garden. Kanchan appeared and Babla appeared 3 times in Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
Sold out Roy Thompson Hall in Toronto, the prestigious Roy Thompson Hall.
Wow.
Massive crowds in Queen's College and Maple Leaf Garden. What I'm saying is you need to create that excitement.
And
You
I
need to
feel
create that bigness. Yes.
you had something magical about you that definitely created something that most of us cannot do right now in this lifetime. Uh, Speaking of Kanchan, in chapter 47, the one who listens silently has potential. We returned to India and it was time to record again. These recording sessions yielded 4 best selling singles released for Christmas 1985. The 4 singles are Tiny Whiny, Ayayo, Kuch Kuch Baby, and Bolo Bolo. 4 songs that I think every Guyanese Trinidadian household, even the youngest child, will know those songs by just saying those words.
That's the genius of Babla and Kanchan, my dear friends. And Kanchan is highlighted in this book. In my second book, Babla is featured a bit, but Kanchan is featured in this book, my first book, Kiss and Breathe. And I wrote about my journey with her in music, take the readers into the recording studio, behind the scenes, because they love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
They love that team of Babylon Kanchan so much. And I wanted to give them a special treat in this book by taking them behind the scenes. And those singles that were released in 85, they were just very special, because those singles, this is now 37 years ago, and I understand they are still being played.
Yes, they're still played at every single party,
Yes, Kanchan
pub
was special.
clubs, lounges. You still hear
Yes.
you still hear them, and it's still one of
Yes.
those songs that will get people to be on the dance floor.
Yeah, coming to your, when you read the quote about silence, can you read that again?
Yeah,
If you have it in
absolutely.
front of you. Yes.
The
Silence,
one who listens silently has potential.
that's Kanchan. And that's what I want to tell to every artist today, is that speak less, think more,
Mhm.
focus more on your work. Do not be boastful, be humble. Let your music be pure. Let your creativity be pure. Nurture it in silence. Nurture it in silence. When we are recording, I speak with Kanchan, or we are on tour. She only listens. She only listens. And she's thinking. And once she hits the stage, it's magic. She brings all of that into her creativity. When we are recording Lego Minaraja, she listened all the time. And once the microphone was opened, she was magic. In silence, she was great.
Now, how did it occur to you that you're from Guyana, right?
Mhm.
Kanchan is from India,
Yes.
and what is it about her that you wanted to bring her to create West Indian music, basically? Did
Let's
you?
leave let's leave something for the readers in the book.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. With that said, we'll move
Yes.
on to chapter 57.
Thank you.
This one, this one is special to me, and it's so special that it's circled. The more we are broken, the more light shines through. Uh, Here it says, all I had learned will be put to the biggest test of my life.
Mhm.
And he who believes in purpose must now demonstrate that truly only the broken will rise.
Rise. Yes.
That evening, I went on air to inform the expats it was time for me to get off the air.
Mhm.
When I could find a stronger signal and when I got back on air, I will exchange your radios with more technologically advanced ones. But for now, this station will be closed.
$250,000 in 2 years of building, gifting to our community its own radio station in Richmond Hill,
Mhm.
and the revenue was $500. An
Tell us about
investment
that.
of $250,000, and the revenue was $500. But purpose was strong, and
Yeah.
purpose was alive. And that is a test. That is the biggest test at that time. But I didn't look at it that I couldn't go forward, because I had a bigger bank than money, the Bank of Karma.
Mhm.
The Bank of Karma is the forever bank. It's the forever bank. The Bank of Money is temporary. It closes when we go. But the Bank of Karma, we takes it with us. It's what the Western world call the DNA. That is our karma. That is our mark. That is what we carry with us. So I had the Bank of Karma still opened, although the Bank of Money was shaking. The Bank of Karma was flush and full. And I knew purpose would carry it forward. And a short while thereafter, I met with the New York Times, and leased their radio signal from atop the Empire State Building and turned it around. And the community had their radio station finally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Were you ever afraid in that moment? Because you said it is the test of your life. And I know many people, when they know that day they're faced with a challenge, that's the biggest test of their life. How were you feeling in that moment?
I was
Explain how
feeling,
you're feeling in that moment.
I was feeling whatever happens to me is good for me. There is
It was
something
that
good.
simple?
There is something good. What that is happening. And look what it was. I had a small signal. And look how good it was that I lost that signal. I went from the lowest signal in New York to the top of the Empire State Building.
Yes.
Whatever happens to us, only the broken ones will rise.
Exactly.
So whatever happens to us is good for us. Because something greater will come. It is just telling us, hey, this is enough. Now take a break. Go on to the best thing. That is ahead of you now. Grab that in your hands. Hold it in your hands. Yeah, so I was not afraid. I was not afraid. I knew that all that will happen now will be good. But I must find it. I must find the good. I cannot just say it that all that will happen now will be good. I must find it. I must seek it out. I must go on the journey. I must enter the environment. I must look. I must seek. I must be aware that it is going to be good. It was the community radio station. How bad could it be? I was doing this for a purpose. How bad could it be? What could go wrong? Nothing could go wrong. Nothing could go wrong.
And nothing indeed did not go wrong. There were so many blessings that came after that.
Everything
That
is easy.
yeah,
Shameeza, I want you
you
to remember that. Everything is easy. Everything is easy. Please say it.
everything is easy.
Everything is easy.
Everything
And
is easy.
yes, say it one more time, please.
Everything is easy.
Yes. And another thing, we must be mindful to keep on creating ourselves. We must create ourselves. Always be mindful to keep on creating yourself. Every day, every moment, keep on creating yourself. Do it so it becomes a habit, so it's effortless. Habits are effortless. Make these things your habits. Serve your community, make it your habit.
We
Grow
have
your
we have our viewers saying everything is easy in the comments. Thank you
yes,
guys.
everything is easy.
Please
Yes.
say it. Ah, wow. I should consider getting a co-host because there are times like right now that I just want to take in this moment because it's such a beautiful moment that probably like for someone else to ask the question, but I
Well,
will
I'm
continue.
I'm your co-host right now. Go ahead. How would I?
In chapter 65, our thoughts and purpose determine our karma. Uh, You said, in exchange for a few spots of advertising time and a token amount of $1,500 a month, the boy from Blackbush Polder moved into a Midtown location on Fifth Avenue. The space was approximately 2,500 square feet. I set up the studio in the back half and my residence facing the iconic Fifth Avenue. I was now waking up in the mornings and going to bed at night, a block away from the Empire State Building, from where my station signal was broadcast to the expats. Early one morning, the chairman of Habib American Bank phoned me. He welcomed me to the neighborhood and invited me to lunch at a restaurant next to my studio. As we sat over lunch, he described the station's role in the lives of the expats from the country of his birth, Pakistan.
Yes.
Mr. Jagessar, you may not know it, but Take it from me, you are changing the lives of Pakistanis too. We have adjusted our schedules to match yours. Your radio has taken over our lives in place of even the big American television shows. We are so appreciative of the work you're doing for all of us. And the most intriguing thing is that it took an Indo Caribbean expat to bring us all together.
Yes, because for
That's
long,
powerful.
thank you, for long, the people of Southeast Asia, they have not been acknowledging Indo-Caribbeans. And I felt rather than arguing about it, I should do something by example. If you don't show people who you are, they will not understand you. I started the radio station, and both Indo-Caribbeans and Southeast Asians were listening to the station over time. And when they heard the station, they start to admire Indo-Caribbeans. The people of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh started to admire Indo-Caribbeans. They started to call me and say, how do you guys know these songs? And how do you guys know about these songs? We have not even heard some of this music. And it's so melodious. So they did a 360. They started to understand our community. So we have to engage each other. And coming right back to the beginning of your show, if I may say, when you spoke about the mistrust, this is the solution. That if people could understand us, and if we can make them be aware of who we are and our intentions, I think a lot of healing can take place. What you just read is a healing between South Asians and Indo-Caribbeans, people from Southeast Asia. And not only the chairman of Habib American Bank, more than 100,000 people of India and the subcontinent were listening to the radio station, along with our people from the West Indies. And when Dr. Cherry Jagan passed on, they called and they were moved and they were touched that he is one of us. That's what they would say. That has never happened before, where they say, you guys are one of us. That has never happened before. So I encourage our Indo-Caribbean people, do not say these people don't like us and that people don't like us. Show them who you are. Engage them in meaningful dialogues.
Yeah,
Or how else will they know who you are?
indeed.
Yes.
Uh, in the entire book, you spoke about karma, chakra, purpose, awakening, words that you spoke of throughout your journey. How does one know or find these things within them?
It's easy. It's easy. Can you find what's in your pocket? You can,
Yes,
right? By
yes, of
reaching into your pocket, right?
course.
So reach into yourself. It's the same thing.
And
It's
there, it's that
everything.
simple. It's
Say it again, Shameeza. Everything is easy.
everything is easy. Everything is easy.
Reach within
Everything is
yourself.
easy.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Indeed. Now, for viewers, if you would like to get a copy of Mr. Jagassar's book, can you please tell our viewers how they can get a copy of the book?
Yes, Kiss and Breed is available worldwide on Amazon. And last night, the book became the #3 best-selling music book in Netherlands. And I was very pleased to. I hate getting wake up at 2 in the morning for the phone call, but it was a happy call, and I'm happy that the music of our people reaching mainstream now. That people are buying this book who have no connection with Indo-Caribbeans. The mainstream people are buying this book, as well as our people, of course. So it's available on Amazon on paperback and ebook. I will be coming to New York in December next month to record the audiobook. And the audiobook will be released sometime in February, March of next year. Yes.
Well said. And hopefully when you're here we will be able to I will be able to see you, and maybe then we will also be able to give away a few books on the show. But
Sure.
keep watching. In the next few weeks we will be giving away free copies of Kiss and Breathe. It's
Mhm.
one of those books, like I said, that everyone in your household should read this book. At least one per household is what I will say. It's one of those essential things that you need to have in your household.
Yeah, thank you. You can give a copy to someone tonight. That is fine, and we'll mail it.
Again, get
Just
your
give it.
copy, and we will look at the comments. I will ask, for us to just go over the comments, and maybe someone that says everything is easy. Say it in your best words, and you can get a copy of the book.
Listen,
Uh,
brother.
Before you leave us this evening, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've done amazing.
Thank you.
I'm sure there is a reason and there is a purpose for our paths to cross. Every conversation that I've had with you, you leave me even more inspired.
Thank you.
And it's just amazing to have a conversation with you. I wish everyone can also have conversations with you. It's a pleasure and honor to have you here this evening. And before you leave us, I would like to ask you, what is your advice to me?
My advice to you is be yourself. Be
Thank you.
yourself.
That will be easy.
Yes. God bless you. Thank you so much, Shameeza. And
Pleasure.
I really admire your courage, what you are doing. It takes a lot of courage. So you have that already within you. And I'm sure I could see that determination in your eyes that you are going to make something really, really special on your journey. I wish you all the best. I wish your audience all the best. And I want to say my namaste to everyone and salam to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. We will take a short break and we will be right back.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
We are back. Thank you so much. Just in case you're just joining us, we just spoke to the author of Kiss and Breed, Rohit Jagessar. You have to get a copy of this book. I'm not joking with you. You have to go to Amazon right now, get your copy. It's an amazing read. You will thank me later, and you will also thank the author for the amazing job that he did. Truly, truly an inspiration. We will now bring our next guest on. He is better known as the vocalist. Please welcome to Get Real with Shameeza, Mr. Anil Bheem.
Thank you very much, and good evening to you and to all of your viewers and listeners. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Thank you so much for being here this evening. You look amazing. I know you had a long day, so for me, in eight, almost 9 o'clock at night, you still look fresh, like it's 9 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. It all comes with the territory. I have a ton of work in terms of doing videos and endorsements and things like that still to get before the night is over. It's extremely busy these days. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
Good. Busy is good. It means that things are happening and you're moving along. I hear you mentioned videos, so I know there is music and video
Yeah.
coming up. Something for us to look forward to. Ah,
Always there's music to look forward to. Ever since I started doing recordings from as early as in the year 2000,
right.
around there, I've been bringing out music with the hope of having hits and having people call me out there to sing for them and make everybody happy. So it's all part of the game. I'm privileged to still be doing it. Since '93, actually, it's the first time I grabbed the microphone. Not a microphone, actually, yes, first time I grabbed the microphone and decided to have some fun with what I'm blessed to do. So,
Fun
so when
doing the
it's
thing that
busy,
you love.
yes, of course. When it's busy, it's a good thing. When it's not busy for us, it's not too much of a good thing.
Exactly. Now, the Indian anthem, as it's better known, has
Yeah.
over 1 million views on YouTube,
hmm
right? And I think that was a few, was it a week or two ago that it hit over a
One
million views
one
on
month,
YouTube?
1 month, 1.1 million views,
Exactly.
and that's just one of the channels. So the song it's getting love. It has a nice spirit behind the song. So whatever is happening, I'm very very thankful to the Almighty, to the fans, to the promoters, to the DJs, to the sound peeps, to the everybody who just having fun with the Indian anthem.
Now, why do you feel that this song connected so well with so many people?
Uh, if I were to try to pinpoint that, it's going to be an unfair assessment of things, but I suspect a few things. One, Suhani Rat is a song that people hold very dear to their heart, and that goes
Mhm.
across the board. People from Suriname, Guyana, Trinidad, and places from the Caribbean that Indians from the earlier times have been cultured by. Suhani Rat is just one of those songs. I grew up loving it. My grandfather used to enjoy it. My mom and dad enjoyed the song. I enjoyed the song. I sang the song for many years as part of medleys and in concerts and things like that. And it's only until, if I were to just delve into the history of it quickly, it's only until I came back from a trip from Canada where I had the opportunity to sing for a very huge crowd. I believe it was an Indo festival as well, Bollywood and Meets Chutney, me and Raja. And I
Mhm.
decided to slip in piece of Suhani Rad down there. And when I noticed again the reaction from this crowd in the year 2022 with young people in front just catching this melody and this vibe with this, I was like, okay, something nice is there. And it just so happened that as I walked back home from the flight, my
Yeah.
wife Cheryl, who manages me and gives me all the advice and gave me all the advice and inspiration for this particular track, um, mentioned to me, hey, you need to sing, you need to do a version of Suhani Ra. That was my dad's favorite song, and I think you're going to touch people's hearts. If you sing it, I was like, okay, good. Give me a nice concept for it, and she started to sing. Well,
Yeah.
hot this year. She said, why don't
Yeah.
do something like that? That kind of beat.
Yeah.
I was like, that will work just fine. And that same very night, we just decided to go in the studio and magic just started happen with the song and everything just fell into place. The tones were correct, the beat was nice and strong. I didn't go to town on any one part to say to make it too hardcore in any one way or too subtle in one way. So I just wanted this song to cross borders and for Indian song to really have this impact without so much of hype around the whole base and gist of the song. So I think in my years of business, I think I have a good gist as to what people like. and more so what they don't like when we giving them music in whatever way. So I tried my
Yeah.
best to not play it safe, but to really give them everything that I was kind of assuming that they would like.
Yeah.
I mix the song myself, master it myself. I'm a musician, not professional grade, but I'm good enough. I've done many hits in the past, like Sham Sundar, for instance. That's all my production. So it's good.
Right.
It's really a good, nice, strengthening thing for me to see the world accept me as a producer, as a musician, as a singer, and all the other little perks that come with it. And now they're getting to see the entertainer side of me with all these visits that I'm now getting the opportunity to go and express myself, which is
Definitely.
someone that is extremely versatile, that's extremely Trini music oriented. So you might hear me singing these filmy songs in a particular way and may try to brand me, but no, I'm extremely versatile and I like to spread my
Yeah.
wings and cater
Just
for crowds and things like that. So
so
this song has a lot of special things.
few things that I want to mention. Thank
Hmm.
you, Cheryl. You got that right. You should
Yeah,
definitely got it
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I've had the privilege of watching her do music the last time you performed here in New York,
She,
and she's
she,
amazing. She
yeah,
got it right, and I'm happy that she chose that song. Fun
yeah.
fact about me, and I have a few of my friends from high school watching. Guys, don't judge me, but I don't know if they do remember this. I used to model in school. That's not the part they remember. That part, the part
Yeah.
that they might not remember is that we modeled the track that will play was Suhani Rat in the background as we modeled.
Wow.
It
Yeah, the
was
original
such a,
version.
a classic that
It
I think
is.
every child knew that song and enjoyed it because we didn't have a choice. It's one of the things that was played in our homes every
Yeah.
single day. Our parents
Now,
listened to that song.
now I also took a very brave step because, as you know, the norm is like if because I'm an artist that do a lot of covers, mainly covers. There's a huge market for cover music from artists all around the world. So I have no perks about saying that I'm mainly one of those cover artists. So
Very good.
Hanira, up until just before I released it, this year alone had about 6 versions. And,
Really?
and normally that would have been something to deter me from doing a track like this in the past. And I think
Right.
that's another lesson it really taught me. I mean, don't study the outside world, no disrespect, but never study the outside because if I were to go along the way I did in the past and say, somebody released it just last week and there's 2,000 versions, that makes no sense and go
Yeah.
against my inner gut feeling and what Cheryl felt for the song.
Yes.
I would have had this today. So
Right.
the universe and God just guided the whole project, and I think
Exactly.
that's the main reason why it's going so much.
And speaking of your journey and purpose and all that stuff and bringing it all together, we just had an inspiring author on the show that
I
spoke about all of these things, and it's just funny that you're talking about
Yeah,
it right now.
yeah,
So for our viewers, if you're not a believer, start believing, because there is such a
yeah.
thing as your journey and your
You
purpose,
know,
and
I
here is
came from a
evidence of
time. I came from a time being in the entertainment industry. I'll call it that because I've been very blessed in my early days to be around the quote unquote happening Indian studio at the time. That was the Sarana Studios run by Sadru Mohammed. And that link
Mhm.
happened due to my mom, Primity Bheem, quite popular artist from back in the 80s. After that, Sadru had links in the radio industry. His dad, Moeen Mohammed, and the Mohammed clan and things like that. So he branched off into radio. A few years after that, I ended up in radio and was just part of a era that was amazing. So I went from the time when people literally felt ashamed of the Indian culture and Indian music and things like that to what it is now. To see to see people across the spectrum in all shapes and sizes and colors just loving good music. So that
Yeah.
is one of the more healthier things that has happened to our diaspora because in the early days, with the
Hmm.
rules
Yes.
that still hover over us, which are there to guide us many a time in a good way. If you were to
Yeah.
take on those limits too much, the music could not be able to breathe. So we really need to give artists a chance and not put them in these boxes that every time they try to
Exactly.
express themselves, we shoot them down or yeah.
Yeah,
I guess,
let your wings out, let and fly, go as high as you possibly
yeah.
can. And speaking of, experience and knowledge and all of those things. Anil, with many years of music experience and knowledge of the chutney industry, how do you measure success?
Um, I would answer that by saying success has to be something personal. Success is something personal.
Something
Uh,
that means something to you and only
yeah,
you.
success is relative. If you're going with society, success could mean whatever society demands the arena that you're in to be successful. So if you're into, let's say my kind of arena, for instance, it comes with a lot of basic things that needs to be done. You need to play the game. You need to be a market player. You need to move with the media. You need to move with the imaging. You need to make sure you have a good product. You need to market it properly. You need to have a business and properly set up in case things get busy and you have a lot of gigs and you need to maneuver from country to country and budget and pay taxes and all these kind of things. So it's not just one thing that is necessary to keep the ball flowing.
Yeah,
um, but the music is the bottom. The music
yeah.
is the end product, and it has a
Having a
lot of
strong
other.
foundation where you take responsibility and have someone like Cheryl with you is
You need
probably
the help. No, I don't think there's only one. There's no one person that could do everything, and this
it's
has
a
been such a
team.
burden off my shoulder. I mean, realistically, I used to try to manage all these things by myself. Yes, it was good, but the energy that I could now focus on my productions and my performances when I go out there, it's a big weight off my shoulders. So I just concentrate on giving people a good show and good products and better products.
Wow. Now, like I said, I've watched you perform recently and I was blown away. I didn't expect what I saw, what I heard that night, and I have even more respect for you after
Thank
your
you,
performance. Watching you perform was just an amazing thing. And
thank you,
your
thank you.
choice of songs was indeed one of the things that I noticed as well. And, tonight being here, we would love for you to give us some of your music, Anil Beam, because it's very unique. And I would love for my viewers to get a taste of you.
No problem. You mean like send you an email or sing for you now?
Sing for us now. We're listening right now.
Let me give me a song. You caught me off guard there. Not that it's anything too hard, but give me a song and maybe I'll do it. So choose a song. I'll sing one for you. We'll put you
You'll
back on the
sing
spot.
one for me. Well, if you're going to ask me, I'm going to tell you the one that I tell everyone else.
Tell
Kabi
me.
Kabi.
All
And I've
right.
heard you with that one too.
Yeah, that's another song that could barely make it under the title of Anthem. That was actually one of the songs up for grabs when I was
Oh.
planning to put an anthem. So कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए तू अब से पहली सितारों में बस रही थी कहीं तुझे जमी पे रुलाया गया है मेरे लिए कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है is that
Wow.
enough?
That I would love for you to continue, but with we have to have room for some other songs, and of course, the anthem will be one of those songs. Now, um, I know I promised you I'll try to keep it to a limited time, but I'm sure you've had many pleasant moments in your career over the years. But
Mm-hmm.
have you had your I've made it moment yet?
Definitely not. Up until just recently, people consider me and they always, you know, after the small chip that could grow on your shoulder, but I don't ever take it on because I'm always one that is extremely judgmental, if I were to use that word, on the industry as a whole. So it would be unfair
Really?
for me to not be hard on myself. So I'm extremely hard on myself when it comes to what you just asked there. So that is something that I think I need to just balance um, with what's real
Yeah.
and what needs to be expressed and send it out.
Yeah, perfectly said. I mean, yes, sometimes, and I think I'm one of those people too, that, it's never enough. There's always room to grow and be
No,
better. And
that's
uh,
right. So me
yeah,
peeking out, no, I think I want to be my Cheryl likes the nice things in life, and it's my duty as the husband that was chosen for her in this lifetime
yes,
to deliver on these things, and I don't mind it either. So we want to
just
work
keep
hard. We
going.
want to pump. We don't want to stop. We love what we do. We're good at what we do. We're people, and we love just blessed to be doing what we love. So so we're gonna continue. We don't study haters. Thankfully, I don't have too much of haters. I'm not as judgmental as I used to be in the past because I was one of those that has come from the old school that's very harsh on culture, mainly to preserve it.
Yeah.
But there's a thin line between trying to preserve it and really stifling the art form, which is very dangerous.
Tell us about your upcoming shows.
Ooh, I'm booked out for the rest of the year. I have private events, I have shows as well, and they range from cities in the States to Guyana very, very soon. Guyana had a washed out show that is postponed to next weekend. Enterprise Underground, that show is moving till there to there. Florida coming up, Suriname coming up in December. Three shows there as well. I have talks with the UK, also in Amsterdam, not Amsterdam, in Holland, to have some more shows in there as well. All the areas that will usually attract Caribbean music lovers and Indo type. I think I'll be in all of those mixes and all of those huge events. And
And
thanks to the Almighty, thanks to the wifey, because it's only her and me, the only two who worked on this. We asked, that's another thing, we didn't ask anybody's opinion about anything. Usually I would send it to have it mastered and for a third opinion or a second opinion from another studio or another professional musician. We're just like, no, we're not gonna ask anything because every time we ask somebody, always changing something and we always getting the project, not as we want it anymore. So let's just try it and go with it and have confidence in ourselves. And that's just a kind of worms I was open there because I have a ton of projects similar um, in power, I would say, because I mentioned earlier on that I like to be versatile. So we have Chutney coming for me that is original. We have more covers coming for me. We have uplifting lyric songs. We have bacchanal songs coming for me. We have Bollywood original sounding music. We have songs to make. We have bhajans coming. So everything. So you can just continue to look out as long as God gives me life and the will to go on. People could continue to get a lot of good stuff from me and my band. A lot of people tend to forget that I have a band. Three
yes, you
members,
do.
and I'm a band boy. I will
Yes,
always be a band boy. I love live music. These days I'm cutting it with tracks, DJ style, with a mixer, live music and things like that in the thing. But there's nothing like a live band behind you. And I
I
love
agree.
my team from Beamer. So I want to big them up and the sound boys and everybody that is ready to go out there as well and have some
Right.
fun.
Perfect. And then, if to our viewers, if you're not currently following him, can you tell them how they can follow you on social media?
I have a new page that I created on Facebook called The Vocalist, Anil Bheem. You can go and look for me there. I'm on Instagram, Anil Bheem, and on Facebook, Anil Bheem as well. Also on TikTok, you can go there and like up the page and see things like that. Big up to the TikTok world, boy. Those are the ones who mainly push this song into a whole different realm. The fans just grab it, and I didn't have much marketing to do after day one. It just went
Perfect.
literally viral.
And for the viewers that we have here tonight, I'm sure they're waiting patiently to hear you sing that song.
Yes,
So
they were.
please go ahead whenever you're ready.
Oh, you're taking me to sing the
Yes,
anthem.
the anthem.
Which verse you want first? The second verse or or the first verse?
I'm going to make it simple for you. You choose which is easier for you.
तरप रहे हैं हम यहाँ तरप रहे हैं हम यहाँ तुम्हारे इंतजार में, तुम्हारे इंतजार में खिजा का रंग आ चला है मौसम बहार में, खिजा का रंग आ चला है मौसम बहार में, मौसम बहार में. Anything else, you'll have to come live, and live singing is what I do. No disrespect to anybody, but when I go out there, make sure my mic is on and has nice effect because I'm singing live for my people. Croak and wrong words included. Oh my God.
Wow, that
Thank
was
you very much for
amazing.
having me.
It was a pleasure, and thank you for being here, for taking the time to be here this evening. It was truly a pleasure.
The
Good
pleasure
luck
was
to
all
you.
mine.
Congratulations, and if you ever would like a platform to, tell us about your new music and any announcements, please feel free to come back at any
I
time.
am so appreciative of this. Thanks to my wife slash manager who hooked this up for me to make sure everything was running smoothly and things like that. Thanks to you for having me. Big up to all the fans from all around the world, all the promoters. I see Anthony Passad who recently had me
Yes.
at that Bollywood show. Thank you so much to the crew I met there. Lovely, lovely base of people and things like that. So hats off to everyone all around the world. Guyana, especially, the song gone clear in Guyana. Suriname is just busy. Every single promoter has called me from Suriname so far. And Toronto will see me soon, and many places in the States. So look out for the vocalists. Love in the house.
Take care. Have a good one.
Blessings.
That's it. We will now have a message from our sponsors.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
He has shown us with talent, the right attitude, you can make disbelievers become believers. Please welcome Tauseef Baksh. Tauseef, welcome. Muted. Can you please unmute?
All right, another
There we
intro.
go.
One, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
All right.
All right. So thank you for waiting and for being here this evening. We had such a pleasant evening so far, and I can't wait to get into your segment because every time you're here we have a lot of fun.
Definitely, definitely. I love being on your show. I don't know why. I just love being on your show. So thanks for having me.
Pleasure. And congratulations. You have new song. I mean, every time I look, I feel like at least 3 to 4 closings every single week happening for you. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know which one to keep up with. Your music, your business life. You've got so much going on, all blessings, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a very successful couple weeks, real estate related, real estate wise. So yeah, thank God for those things, and yeah, for music as well.
You've been traveling as well. You're in Canada 1 minute, you're in Orlando 1 minute, you're in Guyana 1 minute, you're here in the US all in 1 week.
Yeah, I try my best.
um, but the comments are saying our rock star, and indeed our rock star. You are the rock star of our community. We love you, and it's always a pleasure to have you here. So you just released, right? Or it's currently in releasing
Hmm.
phase, right?
Yep, yep.
New
Still
song,
releasing, still releasing.
and you're here tonight to tell us all about it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. As everyone know, I dropped my brand new release, brand new remix, Kesaria and Calm Down remix, and everybody saw that. So yeah, that's why we're here, to talk about this and
Yeah. Now,
see. Yep.
you dropped it yesterday. Was you released a song on YouTube, and we went crazy just watching the video. Was the first time that I had experience going to YouTube and watching a video being released, and it was truly an amazing experience. There were so many people there cheering you on, going crazy about the video. And then I've watched the video quite a few times now, and every time I watch it, it just gets better. Your little daughter is in it. Tell us about the production of the video.
The production, it was definitely a very um what should I say, like a difficult one, because we had to deal with the schedule of everyone, the time frame, and stuff like that. Because as you know, I do my own videography, I do my own production. Um, my eldest daughter would be the videographer, and we do our thing. So I would have to wait until she gets out of school. Um, then we have to rush to the location, which usually sometimes it's like 40 minutes away, sometimes it's like an hour away. And we had to like race against time, be there before it got dark. um, and yeah, it was a very, very, to be honest, this production, video wise, was a tough one, was a very tough one. We edited the video in one night. We
Right.
complete this video in one night.
Wow. That is that normal?
No, it's not. It's not normal. No, believe
Because
me, no video editor would want to do something like that. They would definitely ask you for a lot more time. But
right.
yeah, we did it in one night, 5 hours to be exact. We got it together, and I was just so excited because we finish it, and then we had like a whole day, the day after, to wait until the release on Wednesday. So I was like, I'm not waiting. I have to drop this on
Yeah.
Tuesday, and that's how it got dropped yesterday.
Dropped it Tuesday, which was yesterday, and here you are today. I want
Yep.
you to pause, take a moment, right? Breathe, and I want you to say, everything is easy. Say it with
Everything
me.
is easy. Everything is easy. Everything is easy.
Very good. And now you
Yeah.
can go back to thinking. 'Cause
No,
I know that you're thinking.
I'm definitely gonna be saying that line a lot
Yes.
more moving forward. That uh individual, Mr. Jagassar, is a true legend. I must say, true legend. I love the way he talks. I love the way he explains things. I gotta get that book. I gotta get a copy of that book.
You need this. You need
Yeah,
this in your
I know.
life. And I'm telling you, you see how you edited that song in one night? You're going to read this book in one night because everything is easy. You're going to do that.
Everything is easy. Definitely.
Um, you need a copy. All
Yep.
right. So we have some things that we want to share with our viewers, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
From the production of
Mhm.
that video, right? Is that
Yes,
we have it ready? Let's see if we can get that ready. Uh, and we'll also try to share the actual video with our viewers. If they haven't had a chance yet, they'll get to see what we're talking about, what we're raving about. But first, we do want to share these moments with you. So bear with us as we bring it up.
I fell. All right, we're still out here hiking back up. As you can see, Rubina is on the floor and Vikram. It's so dark right now. As you can see, trying to head back up. Oh damn! I think I just fell. Oh shit!
For hiking in the dark.
Yeah. I got that. That's bloopers. All right, we good? Yeah. Yeah. Take a photograph of me.
Wait, one thing at a time.
All right, I see it. Wow, what a hike. Whew. The things we do to make these videos. Hiking, trail. Amazing. Trying to find this waterfall. Rubina and Vikram at the top. Stay tuned. This is going to be epic.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
I don't know
right,
if you I don't know
Tauseef.
if you notice Taslima's frustration there.
Oh, frustration. You were out of breath as
Yeah,
we heard there. All of this goes into getting that perfect video, right?
absolutely. We actually hiked down a trail uh, to find this waterfall, and we got down. And when we got down, that one shot that you saw where the dancer almost fell, if you notice, it was like dark. So we
Mhm.
hiked down to get the waterfall, and by the time we got down, it took us so long we lost daylight. So if you notice, that's not even on the video, so we couldn't even use that on the video. So that's what I was saying, that it was like every single time we get to somewhere, it was always like one spot I went to, I only shot one scene. That was like one verse, and it was almost dark. So it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work in a very short period of time. But yeah, I'm happy with the results, and so excited about
And
what's
your
happening right
fans
now.
and followers are definitely happy. The video has been racking up the views. People are loving it. They're sharing it everywhere. And I am so excited and happy for you. I'm so proud of you. And, our viewers are watching here. I know they're waiting for a little bit of music from you because that's the expectation when you're here is that you're going to sing for us. So I don't want
Oh,
to keep
okay.
them waiting.
Oh, what am I
Yeah.
singing?
Anything.
Okay, let me put on some effects on here.
Surprises.
Should I sing like of just like a piece of the song?
Absolutely. It's your
Okay.
song. You can give us a piece unless
I lost you there. I can't hear you.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, you're back.
Tauseef, before you do that, do you want us to premiere the video as well
Yeah, let's
before
do
we
that.
get into it?
Let's do that. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's go ahead
we
and
can give everyone, who hadn't have had the
have
chance
a
to
chance
see it.
yet to
Yeah, just a
yes
sneak peek.
at the video.
Yeah.
मुझको इतना बताए कोई कैसे तुझसे दिल ना लगाए कोई रब्बा ने तुझको बनाने में कर दी है उसने की काली तिजोरियां काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरियां Baby show me you can calm down dance with me and take the lead now got you so high that you can't calm down don't you ask you know you're allowed केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरे फिक्र में रहने सारी तेरी गैर मनाऊं Don't tell me no baby come give me a la whoa you got me like whoa shorty come give me a la baby show me you can calm down dance with me and take the lead now got you so high that you can't calm down don't you ask you know you're allowed
Wow. If you like to see more of that, please go to YouTube.
Yeah,
Right, Tauseef?
definitely. New YouTube is a place. TikTok. I'm getting it on
Oh
all the
yeah,
other
it's
major platforms as
yes.
well. But yeah, it's going viral on TikTok right now. I
Hmm.
have I think I just clocked 100,000 views on TikTok already.
And there are many people that shared it as well. I saw many DJs and other people
Yep,
sharing it,
yep,
and it's just amazing. And do subscribe to his channel if you're not currently subscribed. Please subscribe to his channel, like the video, leave a small comment, something to tell you. If we don't want people to just like things for the sake, but tell us how you feel about the video, what was well, what we could improve on. But we need to hear from you, is what you will say, right, Tauseef?
exactly. Yeah, your feedback is definitely welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wanted to
I see
say.
Teresa says that when I first heard the song, the original Kisaria, I loved it, and said Tausif got the voice for it, and she was absolutely right. You did amazing with it, and I liked the little remix, that you added to it. It was perfect. Two of the trending songs right now,
Yep,
and I think it blended so well together.
yep,
I just love
definitely. Definitely. And I do want to also shout out Shariza Muhammad as well. When I posted a question on Facebook prior to the drop of the flyer, to ask anyone who wants to guess the name of the song, and actually, and I would, what I said is that I would shout that person out, whoever wins.
it. Hmm.
So I'm actually shouting out Shariza Muhammad because she actually guessed the name correctly. She missed the calm down part, but she got the Casaria part correct. So big up
Well
to
done.
Shariza Muhammad.
And I also want to shout her out. She's one of those people that's always there to support us. I know she knows many of the artists, but she's such a lovely person. She's always there to support us, whether it's Alan's Own Radio, the artist here that's on the show, or even me. She's got the sweetest words to say, always positive. And Shariza, we love you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
definitely. Thank you so much, Shariza Muhammad.
Uh, Now, we've premiered the video, we talked about the production. Let's talk about you and future collaboration, Tausif.
Yeah. So before prior to this song, I actually was working on a collab with uh, another artist.
Mhm.
Um, and due to like time frames and the not getting each other on the um same what should I say, like same time
Schedule,
frame
time.
schedule, right, because that other artist is just like all over the place performing right now. That's when Kisari and Calm Down came in the pipeline, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start working on this one and release it while I'm waiting to continue with that collab. But that collab is gonna be amazing. Then I have another collab that I'm starting in December with the biggest artist in the industry right now.
Mm.
Um, so it would be he's should I say his
Oh,
name?
it's a he. Did you say
Yeah,
he?
it's a he. It's a he. It's a he.
Oh.
I haven't gone into a female as yet. They're
So
both
I
male.
think that was the question I was trying to ask was that is there any female collaboration coming up with you?
Not not in the pipeline right now. No,
Okay.
nothing in the pipeline for that right now. But I'm definitely working on that as well.
And
Should be happening in 2023.
speaking of female, Sonia Chandani, let's give it up for her. We just had another release, amazing. Let's talk about the music on point. The video was on point. The production, I know you were part of that as well, and
Yeah, I
it
think I
was
think
just
everything in that production was on point. It
point.
was like
Yeah.
very well done. The music was on point, the video was on point, everything was just simply on point.
Speaking about on point, let's talk about the outfits, or maybe we should wait till Sonia is on the show for us to talk about the outfits. But amazing job, Sonia. Thank you so much. We have to keep stepping it up, and you definitely showed that you with your first, I think it was her first video release.
Yeah,
She
yeah. And for her first,
definitely,
yeah, she
yeah,
definitely like started at a very high level
she
for
set
her
the bar
first.
very high,
Yeah,
right?
definitely,
And I
definitely.
can't
Yeah.
wait to see what else. And for me, because it's a female, not that but Sonia
Yeah.
is a lovely individual. She's a sweet person, and just seeing how she's set the bar has definitely, make me look forward to so much more from her and other female artists. And I can't wait. I know that she had some amazing people behind her. So thank you to all the entire team of people that helped her and was there to support her. And I know she was very grateful for those people. And this is how we need to stay humble, be grateful and recognize the people who are there with you. Definitely, it's something that she did, and she definitely set the bar in so many ways. So thank you, Sonia. I can't wait for you to be on Get Real with Shameeza. So much to talk about when you're here.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
upcoming shows, Tauseef.
Oh, thanks for bringing that up. As I don't know if you saw it, but I posted on Facebook that I have
Big
big
announcement.
announcement coming up, and that's actually, oh my God, it's like the biggest thing that's gonna happen. I will be performing in Suriname next month.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a tour. So
Mhm.
I'll be performing in Paramaribo and Nigeria. I don't know if I'm saying those words correctly, but
Sure.
um, it will be from December 7th to the 11th. Um, so I'm super excited about that. I've always wanted to perform out of country. It could have been Guyana or Suriname, and looks like it's landed first on in Suriname. So I'm super excited about that. I just want to let everyone know. Look out for the flyer. It's already made. I just wanted to make the announcement before I post it up, so that flyer is going to be posted later tonight. But yeah, I'm super excited.
Wow. Call your family up that lives in Suriname or Guyana and they want to go to Suriname. Make sure them go to these shows, okay?
Oh
They need
yeah, I
to.
already told my uncle. I
Two,
have an uncle that lives there in Suriname, so he's excited.
Chelsea, if I have two questions for you. First, I want to say congratulations. That's really awesome. The second thing is, will there be closing happening while you're there?
maybe
The
a
closing
few
still
closing.
goes on.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being a realtor. You don't have to
Yes,
be at the closing. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I can be touring on a show. I can be on stage singing whilst I'm closing on a house. You know
Closing
what I mean?
checks are being deposited into the
Exactly.
bank. Life goes
Exactly.
on. Life is easy.
Life is easy. Life is
Yes.
easy. Yeah, definitely.
um, now we need to hear your voice because that's originally what we were planning to do. We've done the announcement. We premiered the video. Now we need your voice.
Oh boy. I don't like singing too much.
Too much? Well, just give us a little bit.
I'm kidding. I love singing. Check 1 2. You guys heard that little effect?
मुझको इतना बताए कोई कैसे तुझसे
Tauseef, lower it a little bit. I'm so sorry. Got it a little bit too much, Sean.
All right. Let's drop it down here. How is it now? Good.
All right.
Is it good now? I want to put the mic farther away from my mouth. Is that okay?
We're good? Yes. We're good.
मुझको इतना बताए कोई कैसे तुझसे दिल न लगाए कोई रब्बा ने तुझको बनाने में कर दी है हुस्न की काली तिजोरियां काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरियां Baby, show me you can calm down. Dance with me and take the lead now. Got you so high that you can't calm down. केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरे फिक्र में रंग सारी तेरी खैर मनाऊं केसरिया तेरा.
All right. Do me a favor. Let's take that down. Let's do it again.
You want me to drop the volume down?
The effects, just take it down a little bit more.
Oh, okay. All right. How is it now?
I think it's good right there. I
good
want to
now?
hear your voice.
Oh, you want me to sing flat?
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
मुझको इतना बताए कोई
There we go.
कैसे तुझसे दिल न लगाए कोई रब्बा ने तुझको बनाने में कर दी है हुस्न की काली तिजोरियां काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरियां केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरे फिक्र में रन सारी तेरी खैर मनाऊं.
I just want to sing this verse. I want to sing this out of verse because this is my favorite verse in the song.
पतझड़ के मौसम में भी रंगी चनारों जैसी जंग के सन्नाटों में तू वीणा के तारों जैसी हो सदियों से भी लंबी है मन के आवारा से है और तू पुजलियों वाले तू हारों जैसी चंदा भी दीवाना है तेरा जलती है तुझसे सारी चकोरियां काजल की सियाही से लिखी है तूने जाने कितनों की लव स्टोरिया सिंग विद मी केसरिया तेरा इश्क है पिया रंग जाऊं जो मैं हाथ लगाऊं दिन बीते सारा तेरे फिक्र में रहने सारी तेरी खैर मनाऊं.
Wow. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Your voice, and you did, that was just perfect.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Shameeza. Let me take the effects off. Thank you so much.
You
Appreciate it.
don't need those effects. You are just naturally talented. And tonight, I've definitely, I'm so happy to see the amount of talent and inspiration that we had on the show tonight. And I hate to say goodbye. Tonight's show just makes me want to keep going, but people have to go to bed, and
Yeah, I just wanna say thank you to everyone who's locked in.
yes.
Before we go, I just want to say thank you. So many names. I don't want to mention any names, but I just want to say thank you to everyone who's locked in here. Thanks for everyone. Thanks to everyone who has been showing me so much love since the release yesterday and continuous love. It's just amazing what one song can do. Um, in this industry is just picking the right song. And of course I can't forget my producer, my producer who produced this music, Professor Bounty Targets, for
Yeah.
doing a phenomenal job. I do want to also say that this song, this remix just kind of like changed my whole life in the industry, because it got a lot of recognition by a lot of bigger artists in the industry. They reached out to me directly, and it was so amazing. I was so happy, and it felt so great that these other veterans, I would say, in the
Mhm.
industry that reached out to me and just thanked me for doing this song. I want to also say to all the upcoming artists, all the newer artists out there. I'm still new, I would say, but being in the industry, I do want to say, someone told me, uh, someone once told me to remain humble, remain humble, remain humble. Everything is easy. Remember, everything is easy, and being humble is gonna take you a far away.
Yeah.
Don't let anything change you. So just stay true to the game. Um, and you will definitely tread the right path. Just don't let anything get to your head. Don't stay away from negativities. Just be positive all the time, and be a nice person. It's very hard to be nice sometimes, but be nice always to people. um not everyone will appreciate your niceness. Even if you're nice to someone, they would still not like you. So just continue to be nice, and uh, as the saying goes, kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
So back to you, Shamiza.
For me, speaking of, last week we had Ranjiv and we had Tony Kutz on, and today it was just really nice to see Tony posted your video and he said congratulations.
That
That for
was that
me
was a
is
game
what,
changer for me. That was a game
yes.
changer for me, because that meant a lot. That meant a lot. It also meant a lot. Ranjiv did the same thing as well. Um, those little small acts in the industry can change someone's perspective, and it can motivate that individual to just keep pushing and do better. So thank you to Ranjiv. Thank you to Tony Cuts. Thanks to Vikati as well. He also shared the song. So appreciate you guys a lot, man.
Well, amazing. Just love to see we uplift each other and just, keep doing good things. Stay humble, guys. And, you know, we all have a journey, we all have a purpose, and it's important that we find it. And only you can live your purpose. And there's only one you, you're unique. And if you can't find yourself and you haven't found yourself, you need to keep looking, because once you do, it's an amazing thing. Tauseef, thank you so much. Always a pleasure having you. And congratulations. Good luck with everything. I know that you're going to be back on the show very, very soon. But until then, take care of yourself. and
Thank you.
keep being amazing.
Thank you so much. And don't forget to, if any bookings or anything like that, Ryan
Yes,
Jeffrey, he's my manager. And Ravi
perfect.
Ganesh in Guyana, he's my manager in Guyana. So we can't forget the bookings. All right.
Perfectly said. Yeah, they have to. If they would like to hire you, they definitely need the right contact information, right? So,
Yeah.
check out his page, follow him, and definitely subscribe to his channel. Tonight there were many lessons learned. Every lesson has its purpose, and that is important to someone that was listening tonight. I want to remind you that we all have a purpose. Look for your purpose, and when you do, eternal peace and fulfillment is yours. Until next time, be strong, believe in yourself, and above all, love yourself. Good evening.